Hare Krishna. So today we're going to discuss from chapter 9, verse 29. Yeah, 29. It's a very beautiful verse. So in the previous verses, Krishna talked about Karma Yoga. Krishna talked about how to offer everything with bhakti, and Prabhupada translated it as love and devotion. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadam bhakti uparatam ashnami prayatatmanaha. And then next verse he says, Yat karoshi yat josi. Whatever you do, do it for me. So the verse on Patram Pushpam was about devotion, love and devotion, and the next verse was about Karma Yoga, little bit lower platform. When somebody doesn't want to serve Krishna for his pleasure, but also have some inclination to work, earning money, etc., then Krishna is saying, okay, do it for me. So we have to work for Krishna. Prabhupada in the purport talks about working for Krishna, not working for ourselves. We are in this material world because lifetime after lifetime we've been living for ourselves. And Prabhupada said, one life, live for Krishna. One life we can live for Krishna, then we don't have to come back to this miserable material world again. There's one very nice picture of Srila Prabhupada. You can go on the internet and search. So Prabhupada is making his finger is pointing towards us. And Prabhupada says, Krishna wants you. So Prabhupada says, Krishna wants you. So many years back when I first saw this, I saw this picture. And then I felt like Prabhupada is talking to me. So Prabhupada was pointing at me and saying that Krishna wants you. And then I took it seriously. Saying that this is Krishna's instruction to me. So we should stop living for ourselves. We should live for Krishna. Now this verse, Hare Krishna, please can you ask them to maintain silence. So in this verse, Krishna talks about one very special opportunity for all of us. Very special opportunity. And Prabhupada has written beautiful purport. The opportunity is to become a friend of Krishna. That is this verse. Can you ask them to not talk or go that side and play? So this verse is beautiful verse 29. So I chant the verse, you can repeat after me. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. Okay, everybody wants to chant. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. samoham sarvabhuteshu न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् Okay. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. So Krishna is saying, I am sama, I am equally disposed, sarvabhuteshu, towards all jivas. Name dvesho asti na priyaha. Name dvesho asti, I don't hate anybody, nor is anybody dear to me. Krishna is always talks things that are like contradict themselves. So here he is saying, Name dveshosti na priya. Nobody is dear to me, nobody is an enemy of me. Then next line he is saying, Ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya. But means whatever I said is just like knock it off. But Ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion, Mayi te teshu chapi aham. The literal meaning is, I am in them and they are in me. That's what it means, the literal meaning. I am in them means that I am in their mind. I am in their mind. And they are in my mind. So does Krishna have a mind? Does Krishna have a mind? Yes, no, don't know, 50-50, phone a friend. Krishna has a mind or no? Huh? Yes, no, don't know. Yes, Krishna has a mind. See, it's very simple. Whatever we have is there in Krishna. You don't have to think at all. Just blindly say yes. If you have experienced something in your life, if you say it's in Krishna, yes. Just that the nature of that mind is different. Our mind is material, his mind is spiritual. That's all. So Krishna is saying, I am in them, I am in their mind, they are in my mind. And so Prabhupada little bit takes that definition one more level further, and he says, he is my friend and I am his friend. See, which is why we need to hear from acharyas, right? So if we simply read this verse, Sanskrit will give us some other meaning. Sanskrit says in me. Now when people say in me, they say, oh, merging into Krishna. No, but that's not merging into Krishna. It's merging into his mind or entering into his mind, which Prabhupada simply translates it as, he is my friend, I am your friend. So I call this verse as a verse which can help us how to become Krishna's friend. How to become Krishna's friend. So there is only one word here which we need to know if you want to become Krishna's friend. What is that word? What is the word in the verse? Bhajanti bhaktya. Bhajanti bhaktya. These two words. See, bhakti also means bhajana only, but like Krishna says, patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati bhakti uparatam. So he uses the same word twice to re-emphasize that, So he's saying, bhajanti, bhaktya bhajanti. So he's doing my bhajana, but with bhakti. What does that mean? How else can we do bhajana? How else can we serve Krishna? We can serve Krishna for our own benefit. not for Krishna's pleasure. When it is not called bhakti, bhakti means love and devotion. Bhakti means love and devotion. But when we do things, when you go to Tirupati, isn't it? South India, best example to give. People go to Tirupati for what? For dealing, for doing business dealing with Krishna. That's not bhakti. That's not bhakti. We go put something, ask for something, that's not bhakti. Bhakti means there has to be love. See, this is one topic which repeatedly I keep emphasizing. That, some people who are followers of, who want to go to Vaikuntha, they become upset with what I say. So I say it's easy to go to Vaikuntha. It's very easy to go to Vaikuntha. Especially the path that we have taken is very, very easy. It's very easy. Simply fix your mind on Vishnu, and that's all. Just keep chanting Hare Krishna, you'll go to Vaikuntha. Don't do any nonsense. Durena yavaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya. Just keep all sinful life away. So simply follow 4 regulative principles, chant Hare Krishna, have devotion have some kind of desire to go to Vaikuntha, worship Vishnu, you will go to Vaikuntha. It's so easy. But going to Goloka is not easy. Because to go to Goloka, you have to have love for Krishna. There is no love for Krishna, we can't go to Goloka. But we can go to Vaikuntha without love for Vishnu. We can just have awe and reverence. Just worship mood, if we have, we can go to Vaikuntha. But we can't go to Vaikuntha with worship mood. We can't go to Vaikuntha. So our acharyas actually talk about all possibilities. Suppose somebody is worshipping Radha and Krishna in awe and reverence. Where will he go? He will go to Dwaraka. He will not go to Vrindavan. For us to go to Vrindavan, we should give up awe and reverence. Awe and reverence means, oh, Krishna is so great, Krishna is so powerful, Krishna can give me everything, Krishna so give me. Since you are anyway powerful, why you waste your power? Use it for me. No. Why do Rajavasis love Krishna? Why Rajavasis love Krishna? What reason do they have? What is the reason why they love Krishna? Is there any reason? No reason. There is no reason. It's just our Krishna. That's all. That's all. They don't think, oh, no, see, so many demons are coming. We should take shelter of Krishna because he's very powerful. And it's not that they don't know that they know that Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead. It's not that they don't know. But that fact that Krishna is the Supreme Lord is gone somewhere in the back of their minds. Why? Krishna's sweetness overrides. Krishna's sweetness is so powerful. It's more powerful than Krishna's power. So they become overpowered by his sweetness, so much so that they forget that he is the Supreme Lord. They get overpowered. They don't know all this is happening, but they just can't see anything beyond Krishna's sweetness. That's all. End of story. What is Krishna's sweetness? How do we describe Krishna's sweetness? Adharam madhuram, vadanam madhuram, gamanam madhuram, madhuradipate rakilam madhuram. Everything about Krishna is sweet. He is the emperor of sweetness. So when we come to this platform of seeing sweetness in Krishna, then automatically love develops. Automatic. We don't have to do anything. But we can't use our brain. It doesn't work by just using logic. You can't love somebody with logic. You know what Prabhupada says, learn to love Krishna. First time I heard this, I said, Do we also learn to love somebody? I thought we just naturally love somebody. But Prabhupada said, no, you have to learn to love Krishna, because it's difficult to love Krishna. It's easy to worship him as God, but it's very difficult to love him, forgetting that he is the Supreme Lord. So Krishna is saying, anybody who worships me like that, with love and devotion, I am their friend. And they are my friend. Of course, friend means that we should not think that, okay, there is only one relationship with Krishna, that is friendship. Krishna is just saying, I become very dear to them. They are very dear to me. I was reading something over the last few days. How much Vrajavasis love Krishna? Now, if I ask a question, how many of us here love Krishna? To varying degrees. Any hands? Do we love Krishna? Everybody loves? No, everybody. No, everybody. This loving Krishna is not for everybody. It's for only few, select few. It's like, previously, not today, right? IIT used to be only for some elite, right? Very, really outstanding, brilliant students, like that Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not for everybody. It's very, very special. It's not for everybody. And loving Krishna is not for everybody. We all love Krishna. How much do we love Krishna? If I ask this question, how much do you love Krishna? Okay, I'll tell you how much Vrajavasis love Krishna. So Vrajavasis are all Vaishyas, right? So mainly they live by cow protection. So their opulence is from cows, cow products, etc. So when Krishna was there with them, so then we read in Krishna book in Bhagavatam, like Prabhupada writes, saying that when Krishna was born, they're celebrating Krishna's appearance. How? By throwing milk and butter and ghee on each other. So Prabhupada was saying, this is the standard of wealth. You throw ghee at people, pure ghee, and not that dalda mixed, 100 rupees kg ghee. This is 1600 rupees per kg ghee you throw at other people as celebration. This was their wealth. So very, very wealthy people. Okay, then Krishna goes out of Vrindavan. When does Krishna go? What age does he go? 11 years he goes from Vrindavan. Okay. So he goes to Mathura. Why does he go to Mathura? Because he wants to start his dharma samsthapanarthaya. Some work is there, right? He has to kill Kamsa and all other demons. Okay, then Krishna goes away. Krishna goes away, and then all the Vrajavasis, their life comes to an end. Literally, they can't live without Krishna for a moment. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. Shikshastakam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Yugaitam nimeshena. One nimisha, one little time looks like one yuga. Why? Because Krishna is not there. Shunyaitam jagat sarvam. The whole world is zero, meaning no interest. No interest. Vrajavasis lost all their interest to live. But they're not going to die. Why they're not going to die? Because if they die, Krishna is going to be more distressed. They can't die. They have to remain alive and they have to suffer. But they couldn't just remain like that and suffer. So they wanted to do something to bring Krishna back. Like in our lives, if suppose we have some difficult situation, sometimes some non-devotees, they go to astrologers and say, okay, I see this problem, what should I do? And then astrologer says, do this puja, do that homa, do this something else. So Vrajavasis also went to astrologers. They tried to find all kinds of remedies to bring Krishna back. And then what did they do? They used all the wealth they had to do all this puja, this, that and all that, with the only intention was to bring Krishna back. After many years, then Krishna kills Dantavakra and Viduratha, and then he that happens at the gates of Mathura. So then he comes back to Mathura, comes back to Vrindavan. Of course, by that time, Nanda Maharaj has moved away from Nandagram. He's not staying in Nandagram anymore. He goes back to Gokul. So then Krishna sees all is, he comes and meets all the Brajavasis, and he's seeing all the Brajavasis. Normally, they are very well dressed. They're like, very grand suits, like not pant and shirt, like long gowns, like they wear, and, ornamented, and, very costly cloth they wear, and, very, very opulent. And Krishna is seeing that they're all in very simple clothes. He doesn't see any opulence there. And then Nanda Maharaj says that, Krishna, for bringing you back to Vraja, they have used up all their wealth. Okay, then one might think, okay, they've used all their wealth, then maybe they would have earned more wealth. No, they stopped working. You see, whom should we work for? Why should we live? Why should we cook food? Why should we eat? Krishna is not there. We don't need any of this. They stopped cooking. Their houses were like cobwebs everywhere. They're not maintaining anything. And their life was really, it had come to a standstill. And Krishna sees them and he feels so much pain. He feels that, oh, I am the cause for this. And then after that war with Dantavakra and Vidurata, so he had got some booty from meaning all gold, etc., which had fallen on the battlefield. So he came and gave that as gifts to all the Brajavasis. And the Brajavasis are thinking, oh, what do we do? What do we give as return gift? We don't have anything to give. We've given everything we had already. And then they think, okay, I have only this ordinary cloth. Some cloth that, they wear for turban. Then all Brajavasis, then somebody brings some cloth that they tie around the waist. So they come and give this to Krishna. I'm saying they don't have anything to give. But Krishna so happily receives it. He takes out whatever he's wearing, throws it down, wears the cloth that they have given. This is all Brajavasis. What about gopis? If we try to understand the distress that gopis have gone through, we can understand what is the topmost platform of love. Gopis did not want to die, same reason. They could not imagine what will happen to Krishna if they die. And they didn't want to go to Dwaraka. Why they didn't want to go to Dwaraka? Okay, mood will come, but there's a more fundamental reason. See, in the minds of gopis, their life is around pleasing Krishna, giving pleasure to Krishna. So they are thinking, if Krishna is in Dwaraka, he must be happy. Otherwise, why is he in Dwaraka? So they're thinking, since Krishna is in Dwaraka and he is happy, now if we go, we are going to spoil his happiness. So we won't go. But little did they know that Krishna was suffering every second without them, without the Brajavasis. And why Krishna is not going? Krishna could have gone to Vrindavan. Krishna can go anywhere. Why Krishna did not go? Enemies. Krishna was worried, saying that, see, if all my enemies come to know that these Brajavasis are dear to me, then they are going to trouble them. So I won't go. So Krishna gave up his happiness for whom? For Brajavasis. Brajavasis gave up their happiness for whom? This is love. This is love. This is the platform of love. Prabhupada says that love doesn't mean you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Meaning you do whatever I like, I'll do whatever you like. This is not love. In the sense that I will get some benefit, you also get some benefit. No. Even if it doesn't give you any benefit, if it gives happiness to Krishna, that is the standard of love. Which is why it's very, very difficult to love Krishna. Because and who loves him, who serves him like that? Krishna says, I'm their friend. What else? Krishna is sold out. Krishna is sold out to such devotees. Why can't we get to this state? What is our problem? Why can't we come to this state of loving Krishna like this? Huh? No, give me some standard answers. Don't help us understand. What does bodily platform mean? Just imagine if I give you a class saying that you are on the bodily platform, you are dealing with dualities, what will we understand? You have to explain in such a way that we can understand and do something about it. What is our problem? Our problem is that we are living not for Krishna, we are living for ourselves. We are living for ourselves. We are doing everything for our happiness. And more importantly, we don't have so much faith in Krishna. We don't have so much faith in Krishna. Brajavasis had complete faith in Krishna. Aghasura came. All the boys are talking amongst themselves. Does this look like a demon or is this a cave? This cave was not there at all some days back. And they're saying, maybe it's a demon. And then somebody pats the back and says, it's okay. What big deal? What a demon can do. Our Krishna is there. This is their faith. So they are not afraid of material elements. They are not afraid. They know Krishna is there. They have that faith in Krishna. And they live for Krishna. Why do the Vrajavasis love their children? I was telling this in another class. Why do Vrajavasis love their children? Because Krishna loves their children. That's why they love their children. Why do they love their house? Because Krishna comes to their house. Why do they want to live? Why do they want to do anything? Because it is connected directly with Krishna. Not for themselves. Not for themselves. So we are too much attached to our material life. We are too much attached to family, money, position, this, that. See, we have something called as mind or heart. So that is why I said, Krishna said, they are in my mind. What is there in our mind? You will know when you are chanting. When you are chanting, you will know what all is there in your mind. Chanting is like a scanner. It's like a scanner machine. Whatever is there in your heart, deep inside also it will come, scan. And you know how deeply we are stuck materially. Somebody is thinking about that busy work stuck. Somebody thinking about, somebody said this to me, stuck with false ego. Somebody worried about some money issues. Somebody worried about relations. Everything is there except Krishna. Everything is there except Krishna. And I keep saying that, in the heart, there's only place for one thing, one object. It can be either you or Krishna. It can't be both. It can't be both. Initially we are full of ourselves, right? Before we come into Krishna consciousness, is me, and mine. Right? Then, Krishna is very, very smart. Krishna wants to benefit us. So what Krishna says? Krishna comes and says, it's like, I heard this many years back in a lecture. I can't forget it. I keep repeating it every now and then. It's like a circle. Our mind is like a circle. And we are standing right in the middle. We are standing right in the middle of that circle. Okay? And then Krishna sees, oh my God, this person is fully into himself. How am I going to benefit him? Then somehow this jiva is little bit, has some piety is done, some sukruti, agnata sukruti, comes in touch with devotees. Devotees tell him, saying that, please start chanting Hare Krishna. Krishna says, I got the opportunity. So now what Krishna does? He puts one leg into that circle, only one leg, and tells us, no, don't worry, I know. You want to be in the center, no problem, just give me one space in the corner, I will be there. Okay, Krishna, fine, you come, only there only, don't try to come inside. One leg only I will leave you place. Okay, no problem. And then Krishna is very smart, isn't it? So what Krishna does, and Krishna is Tribhangi, he's not straight. So as he's coming inside, he's like nudging us, like this. And suddenly we see we are outside the circle, and Krishna is coming to the circle. Which means that we have to replace our material attachments by attachment to Krishna. Krishna has to enter our heart. Only when Krishna enters our heart can we have this relationship with Krishna. And what is this relationship? Krishna says that Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Krishna is equal to everybody except his devotees. Bhagavatam, there is one long discussion about is Krishna partial or not. Conclusion is, he is partial, he is not partial, he is partial. But the Shastras don't, it's very difficult. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyam. So he says, as much as the way they surrender, I will reciprocate. But Krishna goes beyond this. Krishna goes beyond this. Sometimes it is up to him what he wants to do with his devotees. It may be that we have not asked anything for Krishna, but Krishna knows, no, I have to give this to them. I have to give this to this devotee now. It is required for him. So that reciprocation, Krishna takes that relationship very, very personally. And then he gives up his normal stance about, I will only reciprocate with my devotees. He gives that up. And he takes extra attention, he gives extra attention to his devotees. When Ashwatthama fires those Brahmastra, Pandavas are not looking at Krishna calling out for help. But Krishna sees, oh my God, no time for them to react. They're all great warriors, but there's no time to react for them. By the time they take out their astras and, fire back and all that, Brahmastra would have burned them. So Krishna didn't even wait for them to call. Krishna simply destroyed that Brahmastra using his Sudarshan. So Prabhupada, multiple purports, he says, Krishna is especially inclined towards his devotees. Especially inclined. It's for these kind of devotees who given up their heart to Krishna. Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita, in the earlier second chapter only, he says in purports, he says when there is this discussion about this Rishikesha, so he says that Krishna directly controls the senses of his pure devotees. Controls means take left, means what will the devotee do? Take left. Take right means devotee will take right. Devotee will not say, no, Krishna, I think I am more intelligent than you. I think we should not go left. I put it in AI. AI is telling, artificial intelligence is telling me, saying that don't go left. No. Devotee simply trusts Krishna. Krishna is saying take left, okay, taking left. And for such devotees, Krishna makes sure that he is our GPS. When we are going from one place to another, we put Google Maps, right? Saying, how to take left, take right. Why Google Maps is preventing us from getting stuck somewhere, to whatever extent materially possible. Like that, Krishna is GPS for devotees. He takes care of them. It's okay, you took a wrong turn. Krishna is there to take you on the right path. But this is only for those who have full faith in Krishna, not for everybody. Not for everybody. If you are thinking, no, I'm going to take care of myself, I am earning money, I am taking care of my family, I am doing this, I am doing that, Krishna will say, okay. He will not object. So you're thinking that way, okay, fine. And for those who think, no, Krishna, nothing, it's all your mercy, Krishna says, okay. So Prabhupada I think in Upadeshamrita, I'm not sure if I remember it right. He says progress in devotion means increase in faith on Krishna. Increase in faith itself is progress in devotion, which means if we have more faith in Krishna today than yesterday, that means we have made progress. Our whole journey of devotion is just to increase this faith in Krishna. That's all. And Krishna will put us in situations which will test our faith. I am going through one test. Right? So, there will be tests, but we have to have faith in Krishna. That Krishna knows best. He will do whatever is right. He will take care. Name bhakta pranashyati. He will not let this devotee get destroyed. That is, devotion gets destroyed or anything for that matter. Krishna personally takes care. And for this, but we need to do pure devotion. If we do mixed devotion with this desire, that desire, Krishna doesn't like that business mentality, so he doesn't bother much. It's okay. Let him get over this business mentality. Then I will think about becoming his friend. So which means really we have to let Krishna enter our hearts, and the only way we can let Krishna enter our hearts is by Shravanam. Actually it is by chanting, but because our chanting is so offensive, the chanting will not give us results immediately. So what we should do? We should hear about Krishna. We should hear about Krishna from Srila Prabhupada, who is a pure devotee. We should hear about Krishna from other great souls who much advanced than us. We should hear about Krishna from those devotees who have love for Krishna. And this bhakti is magical. Bhakti gets transferred from the heart of such an exalted preacher to the hearts of people like us who are hearing. It's so simple. Which is why I always make it a point, if there are some very exalted sannyasis, etc., coming to our temple, previously, before this center, most of my time I used to be in our Sheshadripuram temple. Any sannyasi, I used to go sit in the front row, Gandhi seat, before anybody can come. Why? Two advantages. One is I can't sleep. Of course, I would never want to sleep when they are speaking. The second thing is just that proximity. What is called as spiritual aura. It can impact us. Just their aura, just being near them can transfer their bhakti into us. It's so powerful. They are so powerful. We can't imagine. We are just looking at them, thinking that they are like, they know some more knowledge. No, it's not about knowledge. They have devotion. They have love for Krishna. And words that come out of their mouths, it is imbued with that love that they have. So automatically when we hear it, while normally we hear and leave from this side, those words go in directly into our hearts. And they will do the work of displacing whatever unwanted things is there in our heart and creates place for Krishna to come in. So it's only by the quality of our Shravanam can we actually develop this attraction to Krishna. And Prabhupada's purports are out of the world. So if we simply day in, day out read Prabhupada's books, automatically Bhagavatam's promise, Sadyo Rudyavarudyate Trakritibi Shushushubis Tat Kshanat. As soon as we hear about Krishna, Krishna enters our heart. But for that we have to just do one thing. Leave sinful life. Durena Yavaram Karma, keep sinful life far away. And we have to hear with attention. That's all we have to do. If we just do these two things, automatically Krishna will enter our heart. And then we become Krishna's friend. Krishna becomes our friend. So easy, yet so difficult. So difficult because this is the sum and substance of all Vedas. After reading all the Vedas, this is the conclusion, that we have to become Krishna's friend. And Krishna is saying in one verse, he is telling how to become his friend. One verse. Not billions of verses that are there in the Vedas. One verse. Which is why this Bhagavad Gita is like a, it's like a cheat sheet ke upar cheat sheet, like that. You know what is a cheat sheet, right? When you're going for an exam, you can't remember everything, right? You will write down some important things. Suppose say you want to make one more cheat sheet from that, you will take even more important things. Like that, this is a cheat sheet of all cheat sheets, meaning it is the essence of everything that is out there in the Vedas. And if you simply read Prabhupada's Yatharup as it is Bhagavad Gita, we can be very clear about the direction of our life. We don't have to be confused. Unfortunately, in ISKCON, our situation is that we don't read Prabhupada's books nowadays, isn't it? We hear lectures of various devotees. That will not help us understand Prabhupada's mood. That will not help us. Prabhupada's words are like arrows. They pierce your heart directly. Nobody else can have that potency. It's only his words, because Prabhupada said these books I did not write, Krishna wrote. So they have that potency. And especially English books, unfortunately, other translated books all have some challenges. They're getting better now, but it's not the same. It's never the same. Right? So those who can read Prabhupada's as it is in English, very, very fortunate souls. Please read it with attention. Let those arrows, enter your heart. And then they'll do the cleaning business, and then Krishna can enter. Okay, so with that I'll stop. Any questions? Anybody has any questions?